Hello my angry nerds, this is VampyWorm and welcome to your daily dose of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void Ladder Edition. Today's game is going to be between these two fine folks. You have VampyWorm on Team Ascension as our red Terran, or not Terran, Protoss. And in the top right hand corner you have Rocket as our blue Zerg. This is on Orbital Shipyard, and let's get this game underway, shall we? VampyWorm is a friend of mine. He sent me quite a few replays, and today we're just going to be going through them today, or tonight, or whenever the hell you're watching this. It looks like Rocket is going for a standard, about, what? 15 hatch, 15 pull, 15 gas, 15 pull, and then probably a 14 or 15 or 16 pull. So that's a thing. GL stuff comes out from both players, of course. Vampy is now just getting ready to throw down his Nexus. One gate is done for Vampy. He's most likely gonna throw down a cyber core here very shortly. He does get both of his gases. That's pretty standard. Rocket does have, he's gonna have just enough gas to get Ling speed once that pool pops. But here are two overlords just kind of moping around. You have a probe scout from Vampy. Gonna see the pull timing, all that good stuff, to make him want to do some aggression, most likely. What is he gonna do with both of these gases? I'm assuming he's gonna throw down a cyber core, start researching, most likely. Come on. I mean, you're researching Warp Gate. There you go. He has Warp Gate. So, I mean, he's playing pretty standard. So is our Zerg friend, Rocket. That drone does get first kill, or first blood. That drone is a massacre. That drone is just like, literally, I'm Paul Bunyan and I eat things for breakfast outside of minerals. So yeah, I know I'm bad, shoot me. It looks like Rocket is taking his second gas in his natural. Normally you take your second gas in your natural and not in your main. Did I say natural and not main? This is your main, this is your natural, right? No. Yeah, main, natural. Derpa derpa. Meanwhile, you have VampyWorm throwing down 3 more gateways, and he's also throwing down a robo facility. This is most likely going to be for... What's it going to be for? It's going to most likely be for a warp prism, or... Yep, there's a warp prism. Or an observer. Normally a lot of players like to go observer and then warp prism, but Vampy likes to play it a little bit dangerously and goes for a warp prism immediately. He does have armor level 1 researching, because he is going to most likely do depth drops in the Zerg's base. So we'll see if that actually works. The warp prism is here, so will he actually use it? The Overlord for Rocket did spot that warp prism, so he's gonna know what's coming his way. Here's a lot of Lings. Goodness gracious, 1 full page of Lings. Rocket's most likely going to try to run on through. I don't know if this adept here is on hold position or not. We're going to see, or if it's going to have I don't think that Adept can hold that. And it looks like the Lings are following that Warp Prism. And Vampy's like, follow that Warp Prism. You follow that Warp Prism to Rocket because he thinks it's kind of funny. What he's not going to think is funny is all of these Lings running into his main and running down to his natural. And he's going to hopefully kill off quite a few drones, or not drones, probes. And he's going to kill a couple. The mothership core is most likely going to photon overcharge all of these pylons, and that's not going to happen. You have a warp prism drop of four adepts, but there's only 2 shooting because bad placement. But these infuses on these queens are just racking havoc. Now VampyWorm's like, okay, these 2 adepts in the back could not shoot, so we're just gonna go at it and see how many drones we can kill. Right now, the drones are, well, 17 to 13 at the moment, and it's going up to slowly and surely. Right now, the drone count, worker count for both of them is 32 to 19. So, yeah, that's never good for a Zerg player to be behind on drones and on bases. Right now, he does have 3 bases, but he just doesn't have the drone. He just does not have the drone capability at the moment. And I don't know why my production tab's not coming up. There it is. Spire is on the way from a rocket. Where is it? There it is. It just got thrown down. If he can hold this off until he gets Mutos, I mean that would be sufficient. Lings do clean up that drop. The Warp Prism has 2 Stalkers, 2 Adepts in it, and all these Lings are going to come and counterattack. Will they be able to get into the main? Yes, they do get into the main, and they're going to try to go down to the natural and try to work off probes. I don't know how many probes they'll get. They'll get quite a few, most likely. Oh, the Disruptor gets 10 kills right there. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of Lings. And yes, VampyWorm is not mining, but there's only 2 Lings left, and that's just not going to be enough. That Warp Prism's probably going, okay, I'm going to go back to the enemy base now and do my thing. But let's see how many workers were killed. Workers killed is 14 to 16 in Rocket's favor at the moment. And right now with 35 to 42 workers. He did recover with workers, but with this Warp Prism, he doesn't have much left. I don't think he has an actual army. He sacrificed all those Lings for all those drone kills. He does have queens, by the way. He does have queens, but he just doesn't have enough of them. There's only drones in production. He was droning up, and now with this Warp Prism harassment, he's kind of just stuck with his, well, pants kind of down. The queen does go down from the natural, and now it's pretty much, that hatchery is pretty much game over. He does have 14 Lings in production, but will it be enough? I just don't think it will be. More Warp Prisms are being warped in. 2 Disruptors, a bunch of Adepts, and like 2 or 3 Zealots. There are Lings here, but there's just not enough of them, I don't think. Another 20 Lings in production, but I mean, VampyWorm has an Colossus on the way. I mean, that is a decent surround, but it's not a complete surround, so those Lings are going to get a couple of kills, but it's not going to be that big of a deal, to tell you the truth. And right now, that's a lot of drones. Drones could be picked off very slowly, and it's gonna look like that. It's gonna just, those Zealots have no chance in hell for the most part. But That hatchery's dead. I mean, the Lings are going somewhere. I don't know where, though. There's no other base on the map. It looks like the drones are going to try to form up another colony somewhere. There's drones going everywhere. The Colossus intercepts 2 of them and fries both of them. But it looks like Rocket is on the back foot. His Spire is here, but he just does not have the facilities to produce any mutas. Right now he's producing 5 hatcheries all around the map. He's one of those players. If he loses his main, he just goes and builds a couple dozen hatcheries all over the place. They do need to take out this layer as quickly as humanly possible, and they do need to take out the pool as quickly as humanly possible. Because with both these structures still standing, he can throw... Rocket can throw down other tech buildings or produce Lings. But with both of them gone now, I just don't think Rocket can hold this all that much. A Colossus and a Stalker are taking down a hatchery that's very close to being done. 3 Zealots are taking down this hatchery. This hatchery I don't think has been spotted quite yet. This hatchery has not been spotted. This hatchery has not been spotted. This hatchery has not been spotted. And this hatchery has not been spotted. But, I mean, there's just not a lot left. There is a extractor here, but it's gonna die very, very quickly. But, I mean, Rocket, I just don't think can pull out. He needs to start mining. He needs to produce a ton of more drones. But he only has 3 larvae to work with at a time because he just doesn't have the ability to produce a queen. He needs a pool to do that. This Colossus has spotted this hatchery, alerting the rest of the army that, hey, there's a lot more hatcheries on the base. This hatchery is up and running, so is this hatchery will be up and running. But the transferring drones right next to a Colossus. One will get fried from that Colossus, but the other ones will survive. There are 2 Zealots up here, just probably making sure that they don't reclaim their natural motherland. But this hatchery is under attack, so is this hatchery. Rocket just doesn't have much to work with, and now Vampy Zealots have charged. So this base is the key to the whole kit and caboodle, I think. Once this space is found with workers that are very long distance mining for no apparent reason, I'm pretty sure that Rocket may be AFK. But these Zealots do get the message and decide to go attack that hatchery. That hatchery is under attack. This hatchery has still not been scouted, but there are long distance drones, and that Zealot is looking at it saying, okay drones, you just lead us back to your base. That sounds great. Right now Vampy has 3 completely mining, well, these 3 probes need to get back to work, but outside of that, he probably needs to expand again, most likely. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot Rocket can do. There's a lot of overly excessive long distance mining for no reason. And Rocket just doesn't have enough money to do anything. He has 140 minerals. He is now just restarting his other 2 hatcheries up here. One of the armies has spotted all these working drones. Let me muta in peace, is what Rocket says. He was going to go for mutas, but he had no Spire. His Spire was dead. And Vampy says, nah, you needed to... yeah. I'm bad at this game. Game is hard. Yes, Rocket, you're quite correct. This game is hard. You can get better though, Rocket, just by playing the game, as we all should. So, Vampy is repeating what I am saying: practice, 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 because practice makes perfect. But I'm gonna speed this game up really quickly because I don't want to watch two zealots for 25 minutes try to take down this hatchery. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. It's not the most exciting game, but it was an interesting game. Please leave a thumbs up if you like the game, and if you want to see more StarCraft, please StarCraft casting from me, please hit my subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys in the next game.